Hey, this is Matt, and I'm going to show you the easiest way to complete the practice assignment. So you're going to have to go into Audacity and get some audio in there. The easiest way to do that would be to hit the record button and talk into your computer or laptop. Hey, hello there. This is Matt. I'm talking. Looks like it's picking this up. Great. So here's the audio file. The other way to do it would be to go into the Degenerate function up at the top, and you can create some tones. I have a bunch of plugins in here. Unless you install the plugin libraries, you probably won't see all these options, but tone should be a default or wrapped in with the Audacity package that you installed, and you can pick a frequency and an amplitude. I'm going to turn this down. Hit OK, and you'll see, looks like a big line here, but if I zoom in on it, you'll see it's actually a waveform. And then, of course, you're going to have to trim your project to a maximum of 30 seconds. So at the end here, I'm just going to cut the end off and delete it. Now my project is nice and short-ish, but definitely don't do more than 30 seconds. It actually, if you just submit something nice and short like this, I'll be nice and happy. Okay, from here, you should probably save your assignment. So go to File and Save Project As. And save it to your desktop. And now this is the critical step that I went over in the Audacity overview. Go into or create a new folder and name it the name of the assignment. In this case, it's going to be your last name. And practice assignment. Create it. And then go ahead and save your project as that same name, last name, practice assignment, within the folder. Save, and I'm going to go into my folder here and make sure that I have the two files. I have an AUP, which is the Audacity document itself, that is all the math and the brains behind it, and then the data folder, which is essential because it has all the audio, and these two always need to be kept together. The reason I created a document, the reason that I created a folder and put these in here is so that I could always keep them together. Sometimes if you separate one of these and like move one to a folder on your computer and leave one on the desktop, the magical strings that tie them together will cause problems and you'll get some error messages. So the best thing to do is create a folder, put them both in there, and we're almost there. The next thing I need to do is just highlight my audio here, and I'm going to go to Export. And if you go to Export, it'll export all of the different tracks you have. If you export the selection, it'll only export what you have highlighted. It's sort of like highlighting different files. You can hold down Shift and hold down multiple selections, but in this case, I'm just going to hit Export, and it'll export everything that I have in there, and then pick the same folder that I put those other two folders. Other two files. One is a file and one's a folder. And the other step down here is the format. And the format, if you have just installed Audacity, is probably going to be an AIFF or a WAV. And then if you have taken the extra step to install the LAME library or the FFmpeg library, then you'll see these other file options. One of the awesome things about Audacity is you can switch between file formats. You can record in one format and export another, as long as you have the LAME library and the FFmpeg. But these are extra credit options. In this case, just go with the default. I'll be able to read it, whatever you export, whatever file format you export, and you just hit save. And you can skip this step unless you want to put in some meta tags, artist name, whatever. You can be creative. I really don't care about that, but just hit OK. And then I'm going to minimize this and double check my folder. You should have 3 files in there. So it looks like, okay, I've got a WAV file, and I have the Audacity file, and I have the data folder, the one with the audio in it. And the last step is to compress it. So I'm going to right click on this, and then you go to compress. There is one extra step if you have a PC. You right click on it, and then it says send to, and then you compress it into a zip file. I hit compress, and it should create a zip file on the desktop. Sure enough, I have a zip file, and part of the reason for doing this is that when you transfer things over the internet, they are less likely to become corrupted. The other one is it actually makes it smaller. It keeps it easier to email because you can't email folders, but you can email files. So this is now a file, and then the last step will be to submit it. So you'll dive into your assignment or practice assignment within the assignments drop down here. Hopefully you've already read all of the guidelines. I basically did the bare minimum here. And then you'll go to submit. You go to submit here, and then you browse for the file, and you'll see it's on the desktop. Open it, and then hit submit assignment. And that's it. If you want to do the extra credit options, definitely explore the links that I provided within the assignment document to the LAME library, which will allow you to change PCM files such as WAV and AIFs into MP3s, or the FFmpeg library, which will allow you to change it into other audio files. And then I also provided a link for changing your sample rate, but that's only extra credit. It's a little tricky, but it really only takes about a minute, and you can get that extra point. You might want to explore the effect function or try some other generate functions. I really want to make sure that you have the 3 files within the folder, that you can zip the folder into a nice little zip package, and that you can upload it quickly. Okay. Email me or message me through Canvas if you have any questions right here. You'll see your inbox, and have fun.